left, and I just would like to take this 1 minute to tell you about the background to this program. Lions Clubs International, as you all are aware, launched 3 global service weeks, and the first one is happening now from October 4th to October 12th. In India, Lions Council of India took the lead and wanted this week to be celebrated on a very big scale. And so they appointed past National Director Narendra Bhandariji as the national coordinator, and he formed a small committee of 4 or 5 people, and I'm one of them. And we thought that we should take this initiative to do quite a lot of different kinds of programs during these 9 days. Though International has not given any specific criteria, schedule, whatever, they just asked us to observe the week. But in India, we have given a call for each day to be observed in a different way, of course, suiting the local conditions. As a part of this program, we also invited LCIPs to share their thoughts on different topics. And yesterday, we launched this program. We had 2 presentations yesterday, and today we have 2 more presentations. I think you know the schedule has already been shared with you. For just convenience sake, I'll once again show you this slide so that you will know what's going to happen today. One moment. Yeah, this is the schedule today. So there are 2 topics, 8 o'clock to 8:30, the first 30 minutes. The topic is women's mental health with focus on listening, supporting, and empowering. And this presentation is going to be made by Bhagavad Gita. And the second presentation from 8:30 to 9 o'clock is on the topic workplace well-being, and the focus is on creating cultures of care and resilience. And this presentation is going to be made by Dr. Jeewanta Perera, and both these presenters are here already. And Narendra Bhandariji said that he'll talk to us a little later, and we are going to start the first presentation. I request Bhagavad Gita to introduce herself and also make the presentation. We will have a 10-minute time to ask questions from 8:20 to 8:30. Thank you, Bhagavad. Over to Bhagavad.
Thank you, sir. Hi. How many of you believe that mental health is as important as physical health? I would request all of you all to be interactive today and just connect with me through the chat box. Type Y for yes and N for no. How many of you believe that mental health is as important as physical health? Can you please use the chat box to tell me? Type Y for yes.
Y for yes.
Yes, and N for no. Yes. Why? Yes. That is why we are here today. Vanakkam. I am Lion Bhagavad Gita, a dietitian for the past 30 years and a proud lion for the past 15 years. I have a disclaimer before I start. I am not a professional mental health counselor or a mental health coach, but as a woman myself, a dietitian and a lion, I am here to share my experience and views on this topic tonight. Having said that, let's dive in. As a dietitian, I have seen a direct connect between mental health and what we eat. Youngsters who are sad, depressed, anxious, or stressed most often resort to binge eating, or they have sugar cravings, late night biryani cravings, junk food cravings, etc. But in the case of elderly women, they stop or cut the portion size or reduce their intake of food. And I feel that there is a direct connect. That's why I say that there is a direct connect between the mind and what we eat. I feel that true health is more than just the food we eat or the exercise we do. It is about how we feel inside, our emotions, our thoughts, our mental balance. I many a times meet women who eat perfectly, look strong, and wear the brightest of smiles, yet silently carry the weight of stress, expectation, and exhaustion. Also, we have seen how a few kind words, a listening ear, and a genuine support can bring light back into anyone's lives. As a lion, I have always believed that our services goes beyond projects and programs. It is about touching and transforming lives. And one of the most beautiful ways to serve is by listening, supporting, and empowering each other. Hence, today's topic, uh, uh, women's mental health, listening, supporting, and empowering, is very close to my heart, because when she feels emotionally strong, she not only transforms herself, she uplifts her family, her workspace, and her entire community with her. Okay. Okay, I have a question now. Please be ready to answer. Have you ever smiled outside while feeling stressed or tired or anxious inside? Have you ever smiled outside while feeling stressed or tired or anxious inside? Yes, someone has said very rarely, but there are many yes, 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 yes. Thank you for the whole lot of yes, and very rarely. Okay, I'm very happy for you, sir. Most of us have done it, and sometimes we have become a pro at it too. Faking a smile has become our second nature, and that's exactly why we need to talk about mental health. Mental health is not about madness or weakness, it is about how we think, we feel, and cope with daily life. It is about whether we wake up feeling hopeful or helpless. Women are often caregivers, balancing home, career, children, husband, parents, in laws, and to top it all, society's expectations. WHO reports that 1 in 5 women experience depression or anxiety at some point of time, but very few seek help due to the social stigma. And many a times they don't take help because they feel that they must stay strong for everyone else around them. They wear that smile as a mask to hide their pain. Our society celebrates a woman's strength. Last week we celebrated Navratri, Dasara. It is all we talk about is Shakti, her strength. But often we overlook her stress. We admire how well she wears all the hats so effortlessly, but rarely ask how much can she endure. That silence, that pressure to always appear fine, that's what makes women's mental health such an important issue. If she breaks down, the whole world around her shakes because she holds it together quietly every single day. So, her well being is not just personal, it is powerful, it is social, I can even say it is generational. Now, let's focus on the challenges faced by women. But I have a question before I move on to that. What's the one thing that causes the most stress for women today? Is it family, work, society, or any other issue in particular? Can you please, family? Yes, okay. Family, work. Oh, someone has replied all true. Work, family, yes, yes. All. Okay. Some great responses. Many feel that it is a blend of all. True. Let's look at a few from the thousands of challenges women face. The most common is the pressure to be perfect. A teacher I know once told me, I finish my schoolwork during the day, take care of my husband, my kids, and do all household chores by myself, and still feel guilty that I didn't do enough. That guilt, that feeling of never being enough, slowly eats away her mental peace. And another thing is motherhood. It is beautiful, but it can also be overwhelming. Many new moms experience postpartum depression or anxiety, yet no one notices because everyone is busy celebrating the newborn baby. They often say, everyone asks how my baby is doing, but no one seems to care about how I am doing. Women need support, not judgment. Postpartum women need, they too need space, which is not a luxury or a sin. So don't judge. They too need rest, not guilt. And modern women have a different kind of problem. They face another battle, balancing ambition and expectation. At work, she is expected to prioritize her career over family, and at home, she is expected to do the vice versa, prioritize her family over career. The tug of war in her mind is real. This drains her emotionally, and her mental balance takes a hit. Even successful, affluent celebrities are not immune to this. Yesterday, line Dr. Lakshmi Murthy took this example. Even today, I want to take the same example of the beautiful Bollywood actress Deepika Padukone. At the peak of her career, fell into depression. In her own words, she says, I would wake up feeling empty. Everything looked perfect from outside, but inside, I felt broken. She sought help and openly spoke about her illness and inspired many ladies to come out and talk about their mental health issues also. She now runs the Live, Love, Laugh Foundation, an NGO, to create awareness. So mental illness can affect anyone, irrespective of whether they are a working professional, a stay-at-home mom, a homemaker, a financially independent woman or not. Age is also not a criteria. Women, young or old, can get affected at any point of their lives. Mental health of older women is also a great concern. The loss of a spouse, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a companion or a dear friend could easily push anyone into depression, especially when you are old and vulnerable. I come from an all ladies Lions Club called as the Lions Club of Kanchipuram, Helen Keller, a 30 years old club. It is an all ladies club. The age range in my club is from 30 plus to 80 plus. Yes, we do have octogenarians in our club. We often check on our seniors and they check on us. We have a small chit chat group called the Stars. We call ourselves the Stars. And it is just a space for us to laugh, argue, and connect. We realize that we need to be connected to stay strong. Society often expects the woman to be strong, but pretending to be strong all the time leads to burnout, irritability, and feeling empty and drained. We must remember strength is not in suppressing pain, but it is in acknowledging it and seeking help. Now we move on to the main pillar of mental health wellness. And I have a question. I would like to know, if you had a friend going through stress, what's the best thing could you do? Would you advise or rather listen to them? What would you do? Advise or listen? What would you do? Both. Listen, both. Both. Share, listen. Wow, wow. Listen, then advise. Listen first. Listen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the responses. Listening heals. Advice is good, especially when you are not on the receiving end. Advising is definitely good, but listening heals more than words. A woman I know is a strong homemaker holding a big joint family together. She once told me, everyone, when she is upset or depressed or feeling down, everyone used to tell her to think positive, to meditate, to take up a hobby, to stay strong. Yes, these are all needed. These are all beautiful stress busters. But before all that, don't we need to listen to her? And that's what she told me. No one asked me what's really wrong until one day an elderly woman, when her neighbor went knocking at her doors to know what was actually bothering her. For the first time in months, she spoke freely about her fears, her guilt, her health, her health condition, her lack of energy and motivation. She cried, talked, and laughed for hours. And then she finally told me, Gita, that night didn't solve my problems, but it reminded me that I am not alone. That is, my friends, is the power of listening. It doesn't fix, it doesn't have to really fix, but it can change or build connections. Advice can fill silence, but only listening can fill the heart. Now we move on to the next pillar of mental health, and that is supporting. And that is supporting. Now I have a question. If you could gift one thing to a woman, what would it be? Your time, understanding, or a day off? What would, and women, please respond. What would you want? The people around you, their time, their understanding, or a day off? What would you prefer? Understanding, understanding. Yes. Day off, time, time, understanding, both understanding. Wow. Understanding. Great. Day off, time. Okay. It's a mixed response. Support doesn't mean always, it does not always mean solving someone's problems. It means standing beside her while she finds her own strength. A staff nurse at our hospital was unusually very happy and bubbly one evening. I was walking up the ramp and she was climbing down the ramp. I could hear her sing so feebly and walking with a small jump. Curious, and asked her. She was a young nurse and it was around 4:30 in the evening. I was just curious and asked her whether she was going on a date or somewhere after her shift, and that would be ending soon. But she told me that she was on a 24 hours duty and didn't have even time to eat peacefully. During that time, one of the postgraduate intern had told her that she can rest or have a sip of coffee and relax for half an hour, and told her that she will cover her duty for the next 30 minutes. She said that 30 minutes felt like the biggest gift that anyone had given her in months. Support can be as small as this, as small as a kind word, a listening ear, or helping someone take a breath. Even when we support each other, incredible things happen. We raise higher together as lions, as leaders, as sisters. Let's make support our shared strength. And now we move on to the third and important pillar, that is empowering. I want all the lions to answer. How many years have you been a lion? Proudly type the number of years. How many years have you been a lion? 35, 12, 8, 35, 26, 5. Wow. I see so many senior lions and some very new lions as well today in this platform. I'm so happy. Wow, that is amazing. Here, I would like to share that my mom is a lion for the past 40 plus years, and my father is a lion for the past 35 plus years. And I'm seeing 35, 47-year old lion. Govindraju sir says 47. I'm so happy that all of you all are here today. So happy. That's really amazing. Every year we have spent as a lion is a lion of empowerment, because being a lion means we are not just serving others, we are also growing stronger ourselves. When we join Lions clubs, many of us stepped out of our comfort zone. After joining Lions, I have seen that empowering change within myself. When I joined, I was hesitant to speak in meetings or going out to collect funds or even to ask a friend if she was interested in joining Lions. From that point, to now mentoring or heading a region or sponsoring all ladies Lions clubs. Somewhere I have grown, and I didn't grow by myself. I was lifted up by my fellow lions, nurtured, guided, cared for, and the way they cheered me and supported me, that's how I grew. And as a lion, we empower ourselves, and we have the privilege of empowering others every single day through service and kindness. Empower a woman, and you empower the whole world around her. Before I call action, I have another question. By the end of this session, are you all ready to listen, support, or empower the woman around you? Type yes or no. Wow, sure. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, 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 yes. Sure. Why? Already doing it. Thank you, sir. Definitely. Yes, 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 yes. Great. So many yes. Now I feel heard, supported, and empowered too. When a woman feels heard, she heals. When she feels supported, she grows. When she is empowered, the whole world rises with her. For that, we have to listen without judgment, support without conditions, and empower without limits. Let's all commit to being someone like that. Thank you, my dear friends, for being so interactive and showing your support to me. Thank you, Line Raju sir, my mentor, for guiding me throughout this process of presentation. And my heartfelt thanks to PID Line Narendra Bandari ji for giving this opportunity to me. And I also want to thank the Lions Club of Cotonou. Oh, just a minute. I don't know if I'm pronouncing properly. Lions Club of Cotonou Sulil, District 403A4, Benin, Africa, who have tuned in today. And I thank DG of 3242B like Nityanandam sir for inviting all those Benin Lions to join us tonight. I'm very happy to see some of the leaders from my home district 3241H. And thank you all for being here to support me. It was a pleasure presenting here. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhagavad Gita. That was a power-packed presentation, and you met the exact requirements of time. You finished within the 20 minutes that was given to you, and it's excellent. Now it's question time. If anybody has a question, please raise your hand. I'll unmute you and you can ask the question. Comments can be postponed, but questions, in case you have questions, please straight go to the question. Raise your hand. Before the first question comes in, I would like to ask Bhagavad Gita, when do you want us to be judgmental and when do you not want to be judgmental?
I think we should not be judgmental because we don't know what the person is going through. Behind the bright smile, there is most of the times a sorrow or an unheard story or something happening behind it. So it is better that we are never judgmental and ask them what was or what is going on in their mind and be supportive. Like the topic says, it is listening first. We can just ask, listen, and then find out what is actually going on.
Ashok, you have a question, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening. Gita ji, in today's work-life balance pressure, how female can manage a mental or balance a mental health between the work pressure and the family background, family pressure?
Yes, balancing is very difficult, and that is where the family and the workspace plays a major role. In the workplace, also, if we care for the other person, if we try to empower the other person, we also get empowered in return. And the same applies for the families also. If they help one another, because they are the income generators also, so we cannot push anyone. So it is better that we are understanding and try to balance both work and family at the same time. And we help the women to balance both. I think I've answered.
Yeah. Sanjeev, do you have a question?
Yeah, good evening, Gita ji.
Good evening, sir.
You and your family have been lions for long, very long. I mean, your father, your mother. How have you felt mentally with your father, mother, and your children, connecting with them? And how do you feel now?
Yes, sir. In the beginning, if I have to tell you, I was not actually interested in joining the Lions first, because from my childhood, I have seen my father and mother always involved in Lions Club activities, and I was not actually interested in joining. But then later on, when my father went on to become the district governor, I thought I should join Lionism, and that's when I came in, because I was such an introvert before, and I was not mingling with anyone. Like I told in the presentation, I was even hesitant to ask anyone for funds, or even ask anyone if they're interested to join Lionism. I was such an introvert. And after joining Lions, I could see a big transformation in myself. Even my brother is also a lion for the past 15 years, and my brother-in-law is also a lion. So we are a proud family of lions.
Thank you, Bhagavad Gita. The next question is from Captain Samantha.
Yes, sir.
Captain Samantha, you can unmute yourself.
I have unmuted. Captain Samantha, please talk.
Good evening, sir.
Good. Yeah. Go ahead. I think she has a problem with the microphone. I think. Sairam, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Madam
Good
Bhagwati,
evening,
it
sir.
was a very wonderful presentation,
Thank you, sir.
especially on the woman mental health. My question to you is, as you have been a very seasoned speaker and the presenter, whom do you consider has got a strong mental health balance, a woman or a man? Who has
Sir,
got a strong mental balance?
when it comes to mental health, it is gender neutral, sir. I think in some cases men are more stronger, and in some women are more stronger. It is we cannot separate the genders here. That is what I think. When it comes to family and issues like that, women, we find most of the women more stronger than the men. And when it comes to a loss of a family member or a loss of a loved one, we see men more stronger than women. So it is there is a big balance there. The nature has balanced everything, I think.
PID Narendra Bhandari has a question. Sir, you can unmute yourself.
In fact, it is not a question. I want to support what Bhagavad Gita has said. In fact, this session has been really, really powerful. What I understand that anyone's mental health is dependent on themselves is yes. But I think we can play a very great role. We means anybody can play a great role in other person's mental well-being by just the three pillars that Bhagavad Gita has talked about: listening, supporting, and empowering. If we have this attitude towards our acquaintances, I think we can contribute a lot to their mental health. It's not only women, but anyone. That is what I wanted to just add to what she has really said. And one more thing, because we have 2-3 minutes, I want to really congratulate, thank you and all the presenters. They have done wonderful job. They have done really great research. And from taking from this, what I feel that the presentations up to now, today, the third presentation, what I feel that we give examples of some institutions taking up for the mental well-being and mental health, like Deepika Padukone example and all that. We ourselves as Lions also pick up. We ourselves, each and every Lion can be an institution which can support for the world's or for anybody's mental health and well-being. We have to just take it little seriously. What message I want to give in this mental health and well-being week that we are celebrating, we have lot many WhatsApp groups, right? Now, can we start one WhatsApp group, closing all the other, just an open WhatsApp group for any person who is feeling challenged mentally? Just interact with him, talk to him, listen to him, provide support to him, empower to him. That type of WhatsApp group, we individually as Lions can pick up. And you can imagine 3 lakh Lions in the country, there could be 300 institutions which can give this support to so many several citizens in the community. Just think about it, because what I find, at least the presenters here are really talented, very good, learned, skilled up. I think that all our LCIPs can approach a psychiatrist, or maybe we can take up an initiative, nagaRAJU, to appoint some psychiatrists or invite some psychiatrists to train our LCIPs how to counsel any person who is mentally challenged.
Correct.
You know, the type of advice that you can give, the type of hearing that you can give to mentally challenged people, this type of some initiative I am proposing to open up for our LCIP group. If all of you agree, nagaRAJU, with your support, we can definitely invite 1 or 2 specialist psychiatrists who are doing this type of work, and let us all get trained so we can contribute to somebody's life, or maybe we can save some life. This is just something that I wanted to share, and congratulations to all the presenters up to now, and best of luck to the future presenters. I'm sure this is going to be a rocking session that we have organized. nagaRAJU, you have been a great, great resource with all our people. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to
Thank you, sir.
speak.
Thank you
It's
very much for
8:30,
that
so
suggestion. We will collectively take it forward, and then maybe after this week is over, perhaps we'll have a Zoom meeting with all the LCIPs and check if we can take that suggestion further, and then how we can take that. So that's all the time we have for the presentation. We are right at 8:30, and I invite the next presenter, Jeewanta Perera, to please introduce himself and go ahead with his presentation.
Wow. Thank you very much, my dear good friend. Ayubowan, Namaste, Vanakkam, Assalamu alaikum. Great evening to my dear friends. My dear little boy. Yes, all you are a champion, and all the uncles, aunties here also champions. Yes, yes. You listen to this, right? Yes, good boy, right? Extremely sorry. My neighbor's little boy is here. He is playing the music, the song as champions. He always says he's a champion. So he's testing my resilience here. I think he may have got that we are talking about mental health, right? Friends, I'm Dr. Jeewanta Perera. My doctorate is in HR special, and first Vice District Governor from District 306D3, Sri Lanka. Of course, I'm a person who is always working with lecturer, presenter, and working with universities and many organizations. And as I'm handling HR, of course, working with people, so a lot of issues into this is there. And I'm following a high diploma in psychology and counseling, of course, now the last stages of that. And also, I was in the corporate field for 32 years. Yeah, so I know what type of the challenge that the people are having. So my topic, it's a wonderful topic to discuss today. It's so relevant to me. I get the ownership of that topic. It's workplace well-being. So I'll share my presentation now. I truly get the ownership of this this topic because it's with my own experience, and for 32 years. Don't count my age now, but my working experience is 32. Right. So it's how you lead in the organization. So let me start a simple question. What is workplace well-being, right? It's a vast area, right? So workplace well-being refers to the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of people, and includes a healthy physical work environment, job satisfaction, work-life balance, and supporting organizational policies and culture. It creates a positive environment, enhances activity and creativity, reduces staff turnover and costs, and supports long-term organizational effectiveness. Friends, the key factors include supportive management, clear responsibilities and job design, fair compensation, and opportunities to growth. But let me explain or discuss the importance of employee well-being in the workplace. But before I explain here in the workplace, right, friends, the meaning of workplace here is an office or business, but the same approach in different level could be applied to Lions Club as a volunteer organization, and also to your homes, which our mothers, sisters, spouses, not only only one gender, but even our family members become a part of the workforce in the family. So the same principle can be applied here. So my question now, why workplace well-being is important? Friends, the very important reason is to have people work with happiness. No depression, stress, or anxiety. No other related issues. They are healthy, strong, and productive people. Let me share the impact of negative workplace well-being. Or before I share the actual facts, can any of you update me the cost of the cost to the global economy per year to depression and anxiety? What is your idea? What would be the number or the value of the actual cost involved in the workforce anxiety and the depressions? Just give your number as you think in the chat. What would be the cost to the global economy because of the workplace depression? Billion USD dollar. Thank you very much, sir. My dear good friend nagaRAJU. 1 billion or 2 billion? How many? In billions of USD. Yes, Surendra. I get a lot of, Shama says, no idea. Yes, unimaginable. Right? Unmeasurable. Wow. Yes. You know, as I studied this, I got the numbers. In fact, it is the numbers, recent research findings, and the recent findings released by the World Health Organization. Friends, the depression and anxiety cost the global economy every year an estimated US dollars 1 trillion. 1 trillion due to lost productivity. So can you just think of what the big damage due to this? Globally, 12 billion working days, 12 billion working days lost each year to depression and anxiety. These are the findings of World Health Organization. And also, friends, globally, employee engagement is low as 21% of the workforce. 21% workforce only engaged it means that 79 are disengaged, right? Gallup estimate, right, lost productivity in the hundreds of billions. Their recent report, it says US $438 billion is the estimated lost. My dear friends, this low engagement strongly correlates to poor employee well-being or workplace well-being. Especially in South Asia, the burden is high and rising. Surveys and academic studies show very large number of workers reporting stress, anxiety, or depression, especially in India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. Let me share few of my own experiences. However, I will maintain the confidentiality of the names and organizations. Due to work pressure, I have seen many get strokes, heart attacks at their young age. Right? Sometimes even one of my friend, he collapsed and died in the office place itself because just one day ahead of this sad incident, he called me and said, I am under severe pressure. So we fixed the date, of course, during the the following weekend to discuss the matter. But unfortunately, he died on the following day. So many employees get number of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, due to work stress. As many not managing work-life balance, many faces lot of family-related issues. You would see the increased trends in suicide of the employees of the organizations not managing workplace well-being. Don't you think, right? This is really important for us to look at, the workplace well-being. So we'll look at the key components of workplace well-being. It is surrounded with myself, my work, my team, my organization, basically surrounding us. So very important, the number one is physical well-being. Creating a safe and healthy physical environment, promoting regular exercises, healthy eating, and adequate rest. Next, mental well-being. Fostering a positive psychological climate, providing support for stress, and ensuring manageable workloads, right? Financial well-being, ensuring employees have financial security and the ability to manage their money effectively. How you manage your income, how you manage your expenses. Then professional well-being, or rather career well-being. So how the organizations provide the opportunities for the growth, skill development, and a clear path to career achievement. Next, the emotional well-being. Ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions in a healthy way. Cope with life challenges. Build positive relationships. And maintain a sense of meaning and purpose. Friends, it involves having resilience, self-awareness, and the skill to navigate both positive and negative feelings constructively. Next, social well-being. Encouraging a culture of connection, inclusion, and belonging, and building supportive relationships among colleagues and the management. Next is purpose and business well-being. Purpose is having a clear understanding of why a business exists and what positive impact it aims to create, while business well-being is the holistic state of employees' physical, mental, financial, and social health within the work environment. which drives the business success. A sense of purpose can significantly contribute to business well-being, fostering motivation, resilience, care, and give positive work culture that benefits both the employees and the organizations. So it's not simple as we think workplace well-being. Different areas that we are looking at. So we looked at the benefits of workplace well-being. Number one, increase productivity and creativity. Employees who feel well are more focused and more energized and more involved, and they are innovative and creative. Number two, it reduces the costs of the organizations. A healthier workforce leads to fewer sick days, absenteeism, lower staff turnover, and reduce recruitment costs. Number three, improved job satisfaction and loyalty. Employees are more likely to be engaged, satisfied, and committed to their roles. Number four, enhance reputation. Organizations with strong well-being, and they have many programs related to the employee well-being, those organizations are often seen as responsible employers. The last point which I want to highlight here, the happy employee teams. We built a culture with empathy, care, and resilience, leading towards a healthy workforce, a healthy population, healthy generation. That's what we want to look at. Friends, what are the factors that influence the workplace health and well-being, which is very important for us to look at? Number one, supportive leadership. The managers, or rather leaders, should have empathy, who listen, as very clearly my good friend, previous speaker, presenter, Bhagawath Gita said. The listening, importance of listening. So leaders in the workplace environment, whether they are truly ready to listen and show compassion and model healthy behaviors. Then job design, tasks that are engaging and provide a sense of purpose and achievement. Flexible work environment and work arrangements, offering employees more control over their work schedules and locations, remote logging, right? Distance working, and the work schedules as per their needs and their requirements. And then career policies, having in the office environment, creating a sense of keeping the policies and the boundaries, which establishing rules and guidelines that support work-life balance and limit after-hour communication, right? Because we see many of the employees or the people who are engaged in offices, right, businesses, even after office hours, even after business hours, they are using their mobile devices and engage with the employment. It's true up to some level, but if you are failing to balance your work and life balance, it would be a challenge. Focus on dialogue, creating an environment where employees' voice are heard and acted upon. Next point is develop a happy workforce culture, creating a caring environment, respecting each other for their contribution, and build resilience in their lives. Friends, this is very important. Words to action. My dear good friends, all 145 who are listening here, words will not create any value unless we convert to actions. Thanks to Lions International, who identified This new global cause, mental wellness, mental health, thanks to our international president, Lion AP Singh, for motivating all lions to take actions on mental wellness. Friends, let me share very few, considering the time, I will share very few key important steps to take. Number one, enhance awareness on mental wellness. Create a platform, as our respected PID Narendra Bandari said. First, we as leaders has to learn about mental wellness, psychology, application of assisting techniques. You don't want to truly professional psychiatric, but simple actions how you apply. So the awareness matters, and we should create a platform or enhance the awareness that there is nothing to fear, shame, or hide, right? This is just a simple situation, as Bhagavad Gita said very correctly, and Bhagavad Gita said, irrespective of your position, your financial status, you are rich or your professional status, your gender matters on this situation. So we should allow everyone to be open to seek assistance. Next is build our values. Look back to our great values in our nations, which were built over long years. Sometimes now, even I would see, even you may have seen, you may have identified the values developed and cared by our great grandparents. Caring, resilience, listening, supporting, no boundaries, no competition. We all had compassion. So we have to get back all these values and teach our next generation also. Helping each other by listening, caring, respecting. And also, friends, be a proud lion who work with like-minded people around the world to help who need our services. Let me just tell one example before I conclude. Tinkesh Kaushik, right? I just met this gentleman at the last Isami Forum at Hyderabad, right? But I learned a lot of things from him. He was a boy from Haryana, and he lost his left hand and both his legs due to electrocution at his very small age. But how motivated, how courageous he had. This is the photograph is on the 11th of May 2024, where he created the world history by climbing to the base camp of the Himalaya, the Mount Everest, right? And being the triple amputated the youth, he had the courage to go there. The resilience, the power and ability that he had. Here, whom I met at the Hyderabad Isami Forum. Let me get one more example to share with even with your children. The Rashmi Nimesha Gunawardena from Sri Lanka. She went to a small school in her village, primary education. He got scholarship exam and got through. And then she got the ability to go to the central college at a little distance from her hometown. There, she never gave up education. But the challenge was no hands for her. Even though she was walking, everyone see that she's having two legs, but only one leg she's having. The other one is not normal. She's getting the artificial support to walk. Very important thing here is she had the resilience, courage, determination, even using her single leg to write exams and go to universities. And go to the university. In fact, she is at the Kelaniya University of Sri Lanka. And this is how she writes with the available single leg. There can be many stories, but what is really important, my dear friends, how best that we develop this important resilience and caring each other and mental wellness in our generations. My dear friends, thanks to you all for your active and patient listening and participation. Thanks to our international president, also to PID Sangeeta for encouraging all of us, PID Narendra Bandari sir, my good friend nagaRAJU sir, thank you so much. If time permits, I think time is there. I'm ready to share my further inputs in this vast subject, workplace well-being. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jeewanta. That was a very exhaustive presentation on the topic, and you have made quite a lot of points. Jeewanta, you began by saying that Lions Club also is a workplace. So are there any specific mental wellness related issues that only Lions face?
Not specific issues where only Lions would see, but we are part of the community. But my point here is, there can be Lions who need our hearing, our listening. They are also part of the society. From their Lion Bhagavad Gita said, by looking at the face of the individual, by looking at that individual smile, you can make any judgment. That individual is having power in his mind and status is superb. But we have to give time and understanding and give hearing. Even some Lions, if they are not participating in meetings, or if some of the Lions are elderly, why not we just give a call and visit them, talk to them? And that is really important in each level, each organizations.
Thank you, Jeewanta. If there are questions, I think I request you to raise your hands. Ashok has a question. Ashok.
Yeah. Good evening. Jeewanta, I have one question, that how Lions can help in the peer work pressure in the IT sector, if we see. So how Lions can help or can have a activity which can help and boost the mental health in the IT sector or the workplaces.
Thank you very much, sir. Ashok Mistry, one of the great leaders. Thank you for asking a very wonderful question, very valid question. Of course, not only IT. Of course, my son is in the IT sector. Very important thing is, number one, we have to give this awareness. Many of the professionals don't understand. Sometimes they don't know whether they are in anxiety, they are in stress, right? They are in depression. Sometimes they would see they have headache only. They are just working and going through on the journey. So the awareness is truly important. Then after awareness, we have to identify and give them the techniques of managing the stress. Where there are a large number of activities that we can propose, from music or drama therapy, music therapy, and mindfulness exercises, NLP, and meditation. I can tell you large number of things, even yoga, exercises, cycling, swimming, many things. Even you can do something you truly love, even after office, right? Because I see mainly the IT sector, they have big challenges because they are working without any time limits. They are sometimes remotely working. They are working from home, so they don't see, if somebody goes to office and goes in the morning at 8 and comes back at 5 o'clock, at least some part of a restriction is there in their work-life balance. But the IT sector challenges, which I have seen, is they are working remotely. So they don't manage the timing. Sometimes they are working midnight, and that sometimes when the inquiry comes and work pressure comes, they are working 24 hours. So sometimes they are losing their own balances in life.
Thank you, Jeewanta. If
So
the questions
psychological
and
and physical
answers
balance.
are short, we can have more people participating. Ramesh, do you have a question? You can unmute yourself, Ramesh. Straight question, please.
We can hear him.
Speak, please.
Ramesh speaking, but we can hear you, Ramesh.
Okay, Srinivas, do you have a question? Srinivas.
You can unmute Srinivas ji.
Yeah, I have unmuted
I'm
him. He is a
unmuting.
co-host already.
I these days I don't know, senior IAS officers and IPS officers, Indian Administrative Service and Indian Police Service, are aged about 50 plus, they are committing suicide. They have all the power, everything is at their doorstep, but they are committing suicide. I do not know about the mental well-being. What is happening, we don't know.
Srinivas ji, this is not only in that grade. I have seen many. You have to study the stress curve, right? The productivity versus the stress, right? Stress is good. No one can say stress is bad, but it is coming to the maximum level in the stress curve. It is good, right? On the productivity versus the stress level. So when the stress increases, the productivity increases. So for an example, the exam is close by, the child gets stressed, he is getting ready. We have to prepare a report, so we are under stress, but our report comes and it's creating the productive level. But when you go exceeding the highest level, then you are passing the eustress level to distress level. Then stage by stage, there are different stages on the distress level. Then you are giving up your life. So starting from different behavior types, then family life imbalances, then sexual disabilities, then you are committing suicide because you won't see the value of your own life. That is the reason. So you have to give exercises for them to how best that they expand the stress curve in their life. So it's a different exercise actually, awareness and giving them techniques to expand their stress curve.
Thank you very much. There is a link in the chat box in case you wish to receive notifications about the future programs in this series. Please click that link and you will get the notification directly in the group. So thank you very much. That's all the time we have. It's 9 o'clock now. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Welcome back tomorrow. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you very much.